Hello, gamers. Sorry I'm late. It's a bit of a, it is what it is. I'm wishing all cold and flu seasons a very have a nice die. Baby is almost on the precipice of getting over her illness. Last night, my wife says, throat's getting a little sore. An hour later, she's like, I am sick. You'd spend. I don't know if anybody else is in the same boat, but especially with a child, when they like cough or something like that, you're like, nah, man, she's not sick. It's just dry air. There's been some wildfires lately. It's probably just dry air. Nah, man, no. She hasn't been drinking enough water. She's probably just got like a dry throat. And then she's actually sick, and you go, well, this is gonna be an easy one. This is gonna be a really, really simple one. Like this one's probably gonna be quick. And then you're like, okay, well, it's not gonna be quick, but we're not gonna get sick. I just sound nasally all the time naturally. And then you get sick and you're like, okay, but this one's going to be a short one. Then you get better and you go, wow, at least we won't get sick for a while. It's just an endless cycle of like lying to yourselves. Right now, where are we on the cycle? Well, we're on the cycle where I'm like, well, I'm not going to get sick. No shot. No shot. Look, it's a little copium, but that's the thing about copium is that like it wouldn't be copium if it didn't like 1 in 5 times come true. Copium is because there's some hope. It's not the best case, like the most likely case scenario, but it's a wafer thin chance. Last time I didn't get sick. This time we'll see. I started the stream and then I went to go get my multivitamin. I was like, I gotta keep. I'm like Spider-Man right now, just in front of the damn train, using my spider webs to try to keep it from going off of the precipice. Careful, he's a hero. Like last night, we ate dinner, put the baby to bed, did the dishes and tidied up as much as I could, ate a little toast, went to bed a little late because I was, doing household maintenance stuff. My head finally hits the pillow at midnight. It was actually like something out of a sitcom. 4 seconds later, I hear the baby crying. So I go, okay. I go into the room. I say, it's okay, honey. We'll calm down. I laid on her floor for like 10 minutes until she fell asleep again. I snuck out of the room. tiptoe, like snidely whiplash out of the room. My head hits the pillow. Oh, beautiful sleep. Hear some more crying, wake up. It's 1:45 a.m. 1:45 a.m. I go back into her room. She's crying. All she's saying is, mommy, mommy, mommy. So I'm like, hey, it's daddy, it's daddy, it's daddy, it's daddy, it's daddy. Don't worry, daddy's here. Daddy's here. Don't worry, daddy's here. And then I thought to myself, I said, you know what? Let's try this. And I said, if you want mommy, does that mean daddy should go? And then she went, no, daddy, go to bed. Daddy, go to bed. So I laid down on her floor, and then I napped there for about 30 minutes until she fell asleep again, and then I went back on my Pink Panther shit, sneaking out of the room, snuck out with only a few cracks of my knees and my feet. She did not wake up. Head hits the pillow. It's like 2:30 a.m. I wake up to being poked in the shoulder. It's 5:35 a.m. It's my wife. She says, can you get me some NyQuil? I said, absolutely no problem. Inside of my brain, I am like, I'm mentally brain dead right now. So I go downstairs. It's dark. I'm 75% asleep. I'm trying to find the NyQuil and then the cup to put the NyQuil in. I feel like a frontier apothecary mixing up some kind of potion down there. And then I'm like, it's 5:45 a.m. Can I even give my wife NyQuil? Isn't she going to be out till like noon if I give her some NyQuil at 5:45 a.m.? And then I'm like, well, if I can't give her DayQuil. If I give her DayQuil and she needs to take a nap, she's going to be up vacuuming the house in like half an hour. So you do like half NyQuil, half DayQuil, or what? So I gave her like 60% of a full NyQuil dose. I was like, it was dark in the kitchen. I spilled it all over the floor, and I was cleaning it up on the floor. In my head, I'm like, oh, what if I left some residue on the floor and Ruka licks up the NyQuil and he gets all fucked up? Anyway, so I cleaned it all up nice, and then brought it up. Slept from, I overslept my alarm by about 20 minutes, got up at 7:20. And you know what? Still did the Peloton ride. Helped out a little bit this morning. Feeling okay. Not amazing, but okay. Mercifully, my parents are still in town. They're going to come over and look after the baby a little bit so that my wife can sleep. I should get them to bring me a McDonald's Sprite. That could keep me in here, man. How was the Peloton today? I mean, it wasn't spectacular. I did a 15-minute Rock Riot ride featuring Alanis Morissette, the Black Keys, Blur, and Muse. Then I did a 15-minute T-Pain lane break ride. I would say the average wattage was like in the 190s, but I was like, you know what? When I got on the bike today, I said I'm just going to take it easy. It wasn't a day to hunt a PB. It was a day to just put another check mark in the ledger in order to keep the streak alive. Not to say I didn't get a little bit of a sweat going when T-Pain was like, she rockin', she rollin', she's a lodge, I'm not going nowhere, girl, I'm staying, fell in love with the stripper. You know what I'm talking about? T-Pain has some rude lyrics, and I love it. 200 bitches in the club, ain't none of them hot, ain't none of them hot. Except for one pretty thing that was working all the way at the top, all the way at the top. Shorty, what is your name? She gave us drinks to drink. We drunk them, got drunk. Sorry. He's the Prince of Soul, man. He's got a great voice. Oh, everyone knows the Tiny Desk concert. Gave us drinks to drink, we drunk them, got drunk is one of the most lyrics of all time. When Dr. Michael Morbius fell in love with a stripper, it was one of the most music moments in cinema, in my opinion. T-Pain slander will not be tolerated? What are you talking about? I'm not slandering him. Not at all. I feel funny listening to T-Pain because I know, like, who I am, and I'm like, you know what really shot Slint Spiderland? Chaser, T-Pain's greatest hits, you know? So I understand that it's a little absurd, but good music is good music, man. He does play Among Us with Saikuno. That is some absurd shit. I feel like if I was in like a blunt rotation with T-Pain and Saikuno, I don't know if that's the kind of thing that the human mind is meant to handle. You know how in like all the Lovecraft stuff, H.P. Lovecraft is like a horrible writer. So he's like, it's so horrifying, I couldn't possibly describe it. Words have not yet been invented that could possibly illuminate for you what this grotesque figure looked like. I think that's like what my brain just would not be able to wrap my head around it. Passing the blunt to Saikuno after taking the blunt from T-Pain, I don't think I could do it, honestly. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. I don't know if anyone else is from Canada here. I might be the only one. It really snuck up on us this year, even at daycare yesterday. Our daycare worker was like, see you on Monday. And I said, Monday is Thanksgiving. And she like, her head exploded. She was like, what? It's Thanksgiving? I thought it was next week. It's because we had like 10 stat holidays in September. I know, right? It's really like selfish of the Queen, quite frankly. TwitchCon organizers said, screw Canada. What else is new? TwitchCon organizers be like, we're throwing a party to celebrate the 20% pay cut. The banks get all the Prime subs. Hey, Anel, nice title on your last Dome Keeper video. Okay, what's the title? People don't speak to me like I'm a human being, so there's no way the title's actually nice. Let me guess. The title is slightly wrong. Is there a spelling error? Is it named the same thing as the episode that directly preceded it? No, it's good. It actually made me lull. No, it's genuinely funny. Oh, when your mom says you can't take the groceries up in one trip. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Can you believe that one of the most angry situations this community's ever had with me is when I changed my title scheme? By the way, you should be able to believe it because you've been on the internet for a reasonable length of time, presumably. Is when I changed my title naming scheme to what it is now instead of like, let's play Dome Keeper, episode 7, making progress. Bring back the episode number in the thumbnail. No, I don't think I will. I don't think I will. Let's play Factorio episode 32. The factory gets bigger? Moving right along. Oh, baby. The load to end all loads. I take it all up. I was thinking of a character last night when I was listening to Rush's 2112. It was a guy who got into Rush because he really liked Fly By Night. Trying to understand why Rush got more popular than ever after they started doing prog rock. I mean, I just thought, okay, I get it. They're still really good at, like, playing their instruments, but, like, could they just write a song that could, like, go on the radio? Like, I don't understand. What, a 25-minute long song? What are they? Whatever happened to Workin' Man? Like, when Geddy Lee says, like, those who wish to be must put aside the alienation, get on with like, that's cool and stuff. But whatever happened to I get up at 7, yeah, and I go to work at 9. Got no time for living, yes, I'm working all the time. Whatever that guy. Let me just say it, by the way. What the heck is Geddy Lee talking about? Some of Geddy Lee's lyrics, I just go, like, at 2112 has like an 8-minute, I don't even know what you call it. I guess a movement where he's found a mythical guitar. I guess it's not Geddy Lee writing the lyrics, but he finds a mythical guitar and he's talking to the priests at the Temple of Shrinks or whatever it's called. And he's like, let me show my guitar to the world. And they're like, no. And he's like, please let me show my guitar to the world. And they're like, no. It's crazy, man. It's a normal guitar. It's just set in a post-apocalyptic world. Actually, the guitar is a 4,000-year-old drag. I'm just joking with it. It's just a great song. Still a great song. Thoughts on the Mario movie trailer? I think the world is a little too full of thoughts for the Mario movie trailer right now. I think we need to relax on our thoughts for the Mario movie trailer. You know what? No, I've decided I am going to give you my hot take. My hot take is that Chris Pratt's voice is not very good. But my second hot take is that a 2-hour-long movie where the main character goes, wahoo, yippee, okie dokie, oh, a magic mushroom, would be, like, insanely irritating. So I don't really know if there was much they could do that would please people, myself included. But definitely, like, I mean, Chris Pratt's, like, not the guy. I'm not gonna go see it in theaters for sure. But I will say, if somebody tells me that he BLJs in the movie, then I'll go see it in theaters. I would go see it to see Illumination Studios make Mario BLJ. I will say, I did laugh when look, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't watch the whole teaser because I was like, this is not a teaser. It's 2.5 minutes long. I could be listening to a song instead of watching an ad right now. Either way, I went like all the way to the end, and I saw Mario fall onto a mushroom, and then I heard Chris Pratt's normal voice going, what the heck? I'm Mario? So I'm Mario now? I'm double jumping, and oh yeah, I'm shooting fireballs from my hands. Like, I was like, he didn't even try. He has like a little bit of like a Brooklyn sort of lilt, but come on, he does not do canonless. Don't lie to me. There's no way he does canonless, man. There's no way. There's no way. Although, what if he did? And the penguins? Yeah, I mean, the penguins are cute. It is just, I mean, look, I get it. It's Mario, like, it appeals to people that are, like, my age and older, and also kids. But it is very funny to me to hear so much, like, discourse from people who have actual, like, master's degrees on an Illumination Studios movie. People would be like, I would never go see a Despicable Me or Minions movie in theater. I think that it's eroding the public consciousness and intelligence of America. Mario movie? Okay, here's tweet 1 of 40. Here's my thoughts on the Mario movie. I'm going to watch it in French because in French, the actor goes, Wahoo! Yippee! I have a master's degree in political science from Vanderbilt. And my takes are that the Industrial Revolution has been a disaster for the modern world. And also, I'm going to watch the subtitled, or I'm going to watch the dubbed version of the Mario movie from the same studio that brought you Minions, The Rise of Gru, because the voice actor goes, Wahoo! I'm just stunting, okay? I'm just having a laugh. I'm not issuing personal attacks. I'm just joking. Who would you cast as Mario? Easiest question of my life. I hope you didn't think that was a gotcha. My Mario, Michael Stuhlbarg. Bowser, Michael Shannon. That would go insane. Peach, that's not even a contest. Tilda Swinton, if Tilda Swinton's not available, we'll go Kate Blanchett. I guess I would go Kate. If you're gonna force my hand, sure, I'll go Kate Blanchett. Luigi, Daniel Day-Lewis. And then Toad, I'm gonna honestly Steve-O. I think Steve-O would round out the cast nicely. Daniel Day-Lewis won't be in the same movie as Steve-O. They're rivals. I forgot that they have a long-standing sort of like rivalry, a long-standing will they or won't they. Kind of like a Ross and Rachel thing sort of going on. Wait, what? Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. Don't get concerned. We made it all up. That was a fabrication. Nope. That was from our writers. What about Shaq as Mario? I'll allow it. Honestly, though, I'm going to make him audition, though. I want Shaq to have to work for the role, even if we did write it for him. The role was created with him in mind. So we got, you know, I got some problems with these glasses. Oh, it's a seed! That's so early! Thank you. Dude, that's bullish. We should put it right here so it can... My drill is so upgraded. Where's the seed? Where is it? Chat, what did I do with it? Bring it back here. Don't talk to me. Even if it plants, you can mine it out. It's not that. We'll find another triangle. Like, listen, it's not that bad. It's not good, for the record. Like, our plan is falling apart, but it's not that bad. It's still nice to find a tree early. I think NL's dying because he's trying so hard not to make psycho mines. Listen, I think you're right too, but I don't think people are ready for that sort of discourse yet. I think I'm worried way too much about like what some 13-year-old kids think of like the exact efficiency of my mind, when instead I should be worried about just uncovering tiles, like just playing a little bit by feel, you know? Like when you're a good chess player, you don't even have to calculate whether a move is good. You just sort of get like an instinctual tingle somewhere. We don't need to talk about where necessarily. That's how I feel about Dome Keeper. Like I'm good enough at Dome Keeper that we should just trust your instincts. Ban that guy. We made it up. I'm not gonna ban him. I just, you know, I'll do something even worse than banning. Because I think when you ban someone, they go... Like, you ever see someone, they'll, like, brag about being blocked on Twitter? They'll tweet someone, like, a death threat, and then be like, OMG, they blocked me for this. LOL. Sometimes, if you're not very smart, I think that being banned or blocked makes you think that you won an interaction. Instead, what I'm going to force you to do is acknowledge your mistake in front of all these people, okay? Accept it. stand in your wrongness. NL, have you ever listened to Camp Low? Yes. I love Uptown Saturday Night. I was one of the most underrated hip-hop albums of all time. Lucchini, great song. Black Nostaljack, great song. Cooley High, great song. Yeah, chat froze for a second. I'm glad to hear that chat froze for you too, because at first I was like, this is it. I'm saying stuff that people are not interested in hearing anymore. But then I was like, oh no, the website on which I make my living is just busted? Oh, that's fine then. At least it's not a problem with me. Yo, Aaron, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Glad to see that the checkout function still works. Thank you. Well, thanks for troubleshooting that. That'll be the last feature to go, I'm sure. Thoughts on TikTok? Well, I've been posting like some sponsored TikToks as requested by the sponsor. So I'm not going to say anything that I regret. However, whenever I go to my For You page, I do think that it's possibly this. I think all social networks are kind of contributing to the erosion of community, you know, and the increasing polarization and the hate thy neighbor culture we've got going on right now. TikTok is probably the worst, though, just because it's so effective at tapping into your id. What about Facebook? Facebook is like slow, and young people aren't on it. So as a result, I'm not saying I give it a pass. It's also bad, but TikTok is like is almost bad on like a more, and I might post some more because the getting's good. But TikTok, it's like it exposes your brain. Like you have to act, or at least I do. I have to actively look at when TikTok serves me something on my For You page. I have to not ask, do I enjoy this? I have to ask myself, do I want to see more of this? Because if you just watch stuff you enjoy, I mean, your For You page is just going to serve you horniness and stuff that makes you angry non-stop. Or at least that's what it does for me. So instead, if you have to like curate your own content by being like, okay, I understand that I'm a slave to the algorithm. So what I have to do is like, if I see something where my id is like, oh, that's interesting, you got to be like, nah, scroll past it. Get that out of here. Show me a video of like, I don't know, like a naked mole rat eating a strawberry instead. Also, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I hate watching other people react to TikTok. And the reason is because I'm seeing their brain, and the whole time that I'm seeing their brain, I'm like, no, you should watch that one that you skipped a little longer. Like when I was watching Chib react to TikTok, he just ended up getting like cute farm animals and stuff like that. But every video that came up was like, here's a capybara with a mandarin orange on its head. And I was like, I don't want to see this. Give me some psycho stuff. Whenever they feed you like a car accident, you got to let that loop like 20 times so you get more dash cam footage. I want cute animals? Okay, but then don't react to it on stream. I want psycho dash cam footage. Oh. What do you think is the worst rock song, worst popular rock song of the 2000s? I'm going to say, and this is not always a popular take, I'm going to say Here Without You by Three Doors Down. I don't know, everybody's got a song that like just for whatever reason inexplicably irritates them. Here Without You is that song for me. Photograph, not a great song. Certainly not a great song. Anything by Bruno Mars? Excuse me, mods? I'm not the hugest Bruno Mars fan, but Bruno Mars has some slappers, dude. That's what I like. Anything with Silk Song. Versace on the Floor. Like, he's got some... Listen, if your opinion of Bruno Mars was based on... Just the Way You Are, I understand. I would also like to never hear that song again. But the rest of them, I mean, let's not throw the Bruno out with the bathwater, okay? In this house, we do talk about Bruno. What about the Lazy song? I'm gonna level with you. I don't know what the Lazy song is. Anytime you find yourself being like, how could that possibly be? I'm just like, once you're out of like riding the school bus, I know how this sounds really rude, but like, once you're not riding the school bus anymore, you may not, your mileage may vary when it comes to how much like popular music you end up listening to. You get like 18 years of being exposed to music against your will, and then they're kind of like, okay, now go choose what you want to listen to. Once you get the steering wheel in your hand, like it's very easy to be like, I don't even know any of the songs that were like #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 this year. It happens. I'm not saying I don't, like I probably do. What's the biggest song of 2022 so far? And please include the artist name. I know you're like, I don't need to. I promise you do. For me. Seabed? Seriously? Okay, well, I have to eat my words. I am familiar with Seabed. As It Was by Harry Styles. I don't know it. I do know Watermelon Sugar. But I've reached the age where I'm like, have you heard that new Harry Styles song, Watermelon Sugar? And then people are like, that came out 3 years ago. You do know As It Was? I don't. I know Watermelon Sugar, man. Running Up That Hill? Okay, yeah, because of Stranger Things. Okay, fair enough. You know it from TikTok? I don't. I swear to you, I don't. I don't. Merlot drinkers, where you at? Josh, do you listen to the radio? Do you know the song As It Was by Harry Styles? Back me up here. It's very easy to accidentally not hear popular music. And I'm not saying that's virtuous. Some popular music is good, some popular music is bad. I've yet to listen to anything by Olivia Rodrigo. I think I might have heard an Olivia Rodrigo song during a Cody Rigsby pop ride. I think that's possible that happened. And again, I would like to add that I'm not trying to make the case that makes me like such a, oh, look at how smart I am. I don't listen to popular music. I'm just saying like it's kind of easy to not be exposed to it after a certain point. What do you put on in the car? I say, hey Spotify, play Heaven or Las Vegas by the Cocteau Twins. And then I'm openly weeping at the intersection of Commercial and Broadway, and I'm going, singing on the fever street. I want to love a bubble gum beer. This is the most +2s I've ever received. I say, wait a minute, my heaven on Las Vegas. And I'm riding on the street next to me. It's not a recycled bit. Once you enter your 30s, you kind of live your life at a consistent level. Yeah, your life becomes a recycled bit. That's true. And not in a bad way. It's actually like kind of sick with it. How you doing, Josh, by the way? Slow work day? I hear that, brother. I'm in the same damn boat. The start of the stream today, I said, don't expect any entertainment today. People said, oh, business as usual then? Owned. I'm not owned. You watching the women's footy match in an hour? No, but it's nothing against women. Don't try to cancel me. It's merely against soccer. It's not. I don't have a problem with women's soccer. I have a problem with soccer in general. I actually don't have a problem with soccer. Sorry, I'd like to refund those -2s, and if you gave me a +2, I'd like to give it back to you as well. It's only fair. I love soccer. Soccer gets a bad rap, man, because it's boring, because it's like low scoring. Yeah, but it's like it's a sport that actually respects your time. People think a soccer match is actually like long. It's the shortest professional sport of all time. It's literally 45 minutes run real time, then like a 15-minute break to go to the bathroom, and then 45 minutes run real time. Like if you make plans to go to a soccer game on a Saturday, you need to have other plans for after the game, which I think is great. If you go see like an NFL game, you gotta probably I've never been to an NFL game, but I'm assuming you gotta leave your house like 2 hours early, park in the world's biggest parking lot, drink 17 truly hard seltzers in the parking lot so you don't have to buy them inside of the stadium. Then you sit in a chair for 4 hours, and then it takes you hours to get out of the parking lot and get home. It takes like your whole day. When I lived in Korea, I would go see a soccer match it was the K-League, so it wasn't like, I hate to be rude, they're better at soccer than I am, by a lot, but I'm pretty bad at soccer. You'd like take the train to go see the K League. You sit down. The first half is over by the time you finish your first snack. Then it's the second half, and then it's over, and you're like, okay, let's go eat some lunch. It's nice, man. What you snacking on? I don't know, maybe like some dried squid. Maybe I'd be snacking on a little dried squid or something like that. Maybe get like 9 or 10 cas height or max, depending on which horrible macro brew lager they sell at this particular stadium. Bubblegum Gumbe. Don't say I'm gonna cry on stream. If you ever want to make me cry, just show me an animated music video of Black Panther with Heaven or Las Vegas by the Cocteau Twins in the background. I want to be clear, I only cried 2 times when I saw Black Panther, okay? One was when, at the end of the movie, he buys the housing complex that he grew up in and starts revitalizing the neighborhood where he spent his childhood, because it's so nice of T'Challa to start, like, he understands his role. Instead of being a begrudging king, he understands that whether he likes it or not, he's the steward of the next generation, and he chooses to behave with responsibility, which I thought was it was touching. The other time I cried was the first time he put on the suit and his claws came out, because that shit was just cool. He was like, I was like, what? Oh! And he was like, and then his suit stores all the power from the kinetic blows that he takes, and then he goes, anyway. Okay, double laser for the first time. That's not double laser! I want to go back! I didn't go double laser! I bought the good upgrade instead of the bad one. Why? Because I was trying to construct a bit about Black Panther, okay? It's still probably, like, it might not even be good. It might be better. So I'm not crying. Not until I see the sequel, anyway. I cried when he said it's Morbin time. I cried, like, when I looked out on the world and I saw there were no more worlds to conquer. Anyone else? Alexander the Great or whatever, or just me? Dude, this morning, I was trying to convince my daughter to brush her teeth, right? So I was playing this song called Dinosaur Stomp, which is it's just a song she likes, okay? There's nothing too serious about it. Then she said, Daddy, play something song. And I was like, something song? And then I heard a bee, and I was like, oh my God, is she asking to listen to They Might Be Giants, Birdhouse in Your Soul? And then I said, you want to hear the Birdhouse song? And she said, no, Brushy Brush song. You know what she wanted to hear? She wanted to hear Elmo sing, brush your teeth. Brush them every day and night. Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush. So close. For a second, I thought she was wavy. Wait, what do they say when you're into death grips? I can't remember. They say, get out of my store. But what do they say? What do they say? Noided. I thought she was noided. That's right. Did you hear my stomach there? I don't know. You did? I got a little rumbly in my tumbly, that's for sure. I am a little hungry, man. Anyone else? I don't know if anyone else is really like me, but okay, well, that was worth it. If it's really been like a long time since I've consumed like matter, my stomach does this really weird thing where it goes like, and I get like a feeling that people are like, what they describe it, and I'm like, I can't really describe. It's a very tough feeling to describe. Hunger. How does one describe feeling hungry without using the words hungry, right? Pain? It's not really like pain. It's discomfort. It doesn't even, like, it feels bad. It's weird, because, like, you know, I think if you have to, like, urinate, you can describe it like, oh, it's like I have a tingle, you know? I have a Peter tingle, as they say in Spider-Man, one of my favorite movies. Also brings a tear to my eye. When he saves the Staten Island ferry from being blown up by the Vulture's goons. But like, how would you describe hunger? That's tough, man. It's a yearning. It's a gnawing. I guess it does kind of feel like a gnawing. Yeah, it's kind of like you have like a desire for food. I don't know. Would love to know your thoughts on this. Did you cry during the Dark Knight when the people chose not to blow up the ferries? No, but I would now. But back then I was still on my, I was like 19 or 20 years old. I was still on my like nothing makes me cry arc. Then like the older you get, like the more emotional you get. Which is crazy because like 70-year-old people like would be out here crying the Home Depot commercials, but at the same time, when it comes to like a civic vote for increasing density to hopefully like provide more housing supply, they're like, but my views. Like it's just they're. Would love to know your thoughts on this. By the way, sorry, we have a civic election coming up. Holy cow, that's a lot of plus twos. Why am I making jokes when instead I could just be saying things people agree with? At the banks. I gotta figure out, man. I haven't voted in the civic election yet. I know. I canceled. He hasn't voted early. I'm gonna vote. I need to do my research to remember the 17 names I need to put down. I need to hit the check marks next to on the ballot. We also, and this is probably sane, but in Vancouver we also do randomized ballot order. What a wave. So that it's not like you just look at it and you're like, I'm bored, I'm gonna just vote for like the 6th person down because I don't want to read anymore. So it is sane, but it also means like I gotta seriously do my homework, man. There's literally like, there's gonna be over 100 selections. School trustees, park board, mayor is like the gimme, but then like you get into the counselors and stuff like that, man. Like there's you can use your phone in the voting booth. Doesn't really bother me. I'm just, you know, I could do that. I could also just remember. It's kind of funny. People like the turnout in the last election was like, I don't know, it was like 30% or something like that civically. The election people should be voting in the most is probably the civic election. Because in theory, they could actually change things in your community. The federal election should have like 5% voter. Okay, maybe, sorry, I don't really mean that. I took it one step too far. But the civic election should have more participation than the federal election. Or at least, I mean, they should both have 100%. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to say voting is probably good. Do I have no water? I have no water. NL, are there good cheeses? What do you oh, I don't have any water, that's right. What do you mean are there good cheese? Of course there's good cheeses. You know, I actually almost made a tweet. But then I thought, this tweet is only interesting to me. The tweet was going to be, Jarlsberg hella underrated. Send it. Everybody, and this is, look, I love a strong tasting cheese. Don't get me wrong. But people, they'll eat something like Jarlsberg, and it's because it's not extra old. 12-year-old red fox from the Staffordshire County in England. They're like, oh, it doesn't immediately activate my salivary glands. It's no good. Hey, dude, Jarlsberg is just nice. It's got a mild sweetness, a mild nuttiness. It's got a great mouthfeel. It's an incredible cheese. I love it. Sit in the chair, Shinji, or Frasier will have to do it again. Thoughts on craft singles? I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. I think they're horrible. Do they have their place in a grilled cheese? Yes, but like that's literally like about it. It's not like this is a controversial take. Like everybody that has taste buds has like the same opinion on it, but like I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know what you want to hear to let me know that I still win. That dude, I don't want to go off on a rant here, but does anyone else think that the dismemberment plan sounds like if Slint went electric at the Newport Folk Festival? So false, so false. Nobody is saying this. Nobody on earth is saying this. Opinion on Rage Against the Machine? I like when the song goes like, Songs to upstrum to, in my opinion. I like any song you upstrum instead of downstrumming. Opinion on Nine Inch Nails? I don't know the catalog that well, but I do. I like when the songs go. I like the Nine Inch Nails songs that sound like an episode of How It's Made is trying to play Hooked on a Feeling. Do you think the scores in this game on the leaderboard are hacked? You know what? You can just call me Tyrion Lannister, because I think and I know things. I actually don't know anything. I just thought that that would be a good opportunity to reference Tyrion Lannister, one of my favorite characters from Game of Thrones. Not sure if anybody else is a fan of him. Seems like he'd be kind of an unpopular character, because he's like a little snarky. It's like people are like, oh, who's your favorite character? Everybody loves like Joffrey, because he's a kid. It's like too easy. Of course, when you're a kid, everybody loves you. And then everybody hates Tyrion Lannister and Ned Stark, because Ned Stark is like so pious. He's like, I won't participate in extrajudicial killings. And everyone's like, oh, give it a rest, Pope Innocentius the 12th. Can you just like chill out a little bit? Like you think you're so much better than everybody? Ned Stark. Ned Stark. He'll always be Boromir to me. More than a Boromir. More than a Boromir to me. You guys, you think the Bee Gees are one of the most underrated bands of all time? Would love to know your thoughts on this. Unironically, yes. I mean, How Deep Is Your Love is like, it's an incredible song. Yeah, everybody loves Bronn, too. Everyone's, oh, favorite Game of Thrones character? Are we doing the thing you always do in these sorts of debates where you automatically exclude Bronn? Otherwise, it was just like, I mean, I know Bronn's number one. But after Bronn, if we're living in a post-Bronn world, you don't understand. Bronn is my life, man. Bronn is the air that I breathe. Perfect timing. Okay, let's go long stab 2 so we can get to bomb. Where you going? Where you going with it? I don't think I'm cut out for this line of work, man. That sucked really bad. That was essentially horrible. But if I could land the shots, oh man. Has anyone else been having problems with Twitch lately? I think it might be my Chrome, believe it or not. But after I finish a stream, sometimes I'll be like eating lunch and I'll be trying to watch other people's stream, and every stream is laggy. And of course, like, because I'm a human being, my first thought is, man, everybody else has a horrible internet connection. Just an absolutely god-awful internet connection, including my wife who lives in the same house as me. Doesn't seem likely, but it must be the case, because it couldn't be my problem. Check hardware acceleration in Chrome. You know what? I bet that's it. Because after I like restart my computer, it always is better, and then after like a day, it gets bad again. So I bet it's got to be a Chrome setting. Because I even take it down to like 144p, like I'm trying to watch one of my own Super Auto Pets episodes, and it's like, nice try. You're still dropping like 80% of your frames. +2, +2, +2. Oh, thank you for the. I appreciate that. +2, really? Oh, you guys are too kind to me. Or do you think it's Windows 10 saving a bunch of RAM to tell me that to put in my quick bar that the S&P 500 dropped 2.68% today? Okay. How many tabs do you have open? Literally, like, not that many. I might have, like, 4 tabs open. And again, this comes back to what I was talking about earlier in the stream. If there was a time where 4 tabs was very reasonable, now people go, oh, did you know that every tab you have open is actually, like, a new thread on your CPU? It's not my fault, like, technology got worse, okay? If we're living in a world where you can't have 4 tabs open in tab browsers, they should not make tabs anymore. We should go back to Windows in that case. I have 70 tabs open. That would, like, that, just you saying that and then me imagining what your browser looks like has triggered, like, a little anxiety in me. My beard hurts. Any lore masters that can explain NL's recent infatuation with the line, "My beard hurts," said in a childlike voice? Oh, yes. NL has recently discussed how much stand-up comedy he's been watching on Netflix. That's from a mid-2000s era Zach Galifianakis pre-hangover special called Live at the Purple Onion, where Zach Galifianakis says, "Here's my impression of a 5-year-old with a beard." So now when that post inevitably gets made on the subreddit, you have a nice convenient link that you can just pass to OP and say, "Here you go, OP. He literally answered this question on stream today." Hello, Tyler. Hello, Newman. Tyler's kind of bad. I think he's kind of sick with it, actually. And honestly, if I had to guess, I'd say you're probably just jealous because you're not named Tyler. You're probably named something different. You're probably named like Ben or something like that. Oh man, imagine people will actually like come up to you and be like, "Hi, my name's Ben." Oh man. Ben, it's a perfect Benjamin. It's a perfectly cromulent name, okay? I'm not trying to insult you. I'm simply saying I had to pick a name, and that's what I chose, okay? Like you want to see my impression of dudes? Dudes will literally be like, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Andrew." Come on, man. Really? And you say it like with a straight face and everything? Okay, Ryan. Oh, so the Andrews are self-reporting in chat right now. Ryan's a goated name, man. Ryan Reynolds. Nolan Ryan. Yeah, Ryan from Ryan's Toy Reviews. There's a lot of great Ryans out there. Quantum, a runner. Sorry, you got me. I don't even need to know context because just the sentence itself tells me the context. Zip code, agent. Latency, runner. Packet, courier. Ping, technician. You know what? Lower dodge chance for better foods. Spawns a little bot that slows enemies down and launch me into wave 16. Find your healer. Take me to your healer. Here's my impression of like a sick alien coming to Earth for the first time. Take me to your healers. Dude, what? Hear me out. Here's a movie for you. An alien lands on Earth because it's in dire need of medical attention, but it lands at the bi-weekly meeting of a Facebook mom group. So the moms take it to a chiropractor. And the alien's like, "I'm in desperate need of selenium." And the chiropractor's like, "That's cool, bro. You don't need all those chemicals. What you gotta do, you're gonna start drinking more green tea, and I'm gonna crack your spine a couple of times to align your body with your goals. And then, can I mess with you?" Somehow it completely cures him. That's the thing, is that you think it's gonna be like, this alien's gonna die, but somehow it works. And then, I gotta think about it. Anyway, sorry. Would love to know your thoughts on this. Let me get a roll. Please, we need to get the damage started. We need to start the damage. I'm falling back. It's the Battle of Yonkers, man. Is that a World War Z reference? I'm actually so happy you think I was talking about World War Z and not the American Revolution via Hamilton on Disney Plus. You've done me a great service there. I really appreciate that. Wake up, honey. New web application just dropped that is a picture of a food the ingredients of a food, and then you have to guess what country it's from. Maybe not the smoothest segue we've ever done, but look at this. Here we are. This is called Where Is This Dish From? I can put a link in the video description, but for now, let's just give it a try. Nobody ever asks how it is. This is semolina flour, millet flour, salt, and water. It's being cooked on hot dirt. This is hot dirt bread, tapioca flour, milk, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese, eggs, salt, water, and oil. Where is this from? I know this is from Brazil because I read it in chat while I was checking to see if the screen region looked good. Correct. This is pão de queijo, cheese bread from Brazil. I gotta be honest with you, looks incredibly tasty. Masa harina, lard, chicken broth, pork, sour orange juice, rice, potatoes, onions, peppers, tomatoes, olives, raisins, capers, prunes, banana leaves, salt, and pepper. I'm just gonna be honest with you, sounds like too much work. I think I'm just going to have a sandwich for lunch. Thank you very much. I've never seen this before in my life. I'm going to say this is from Argentina. Wrong. This is a form of dolma called sagan dolmazi. It's called sagan. It does look like onions stuffed with meat. I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks tasty. Look, that looks amazing to me, even though it looks also disgusting to me. Like the part of my brain that is evaluating this is saying like, that looks gross. The part of my brain that is eating this is like, this is tasty. Let me go Sweden. This is surströmmingsklama. Okay, maybe it's not going to be tasty. Stogies. I don't have to hide my Wiener Schnitzel, unlike you. I think actually Arnold got in trouble for hiding his Wiener Schnitzel. Sorry, that's a very easy joke. I'm not proud of it. Okay, this looks like Ethiopia to me. That looks like the bread known as injera. And you eat it off the bread. That's from Ethiopia. That's correct. He's a genius. Look at this. Peanuts, very common in African cooking. So I'm going to say that this is from Mali. Correct! I was so ready to say wrong. It looks tasty, man. This looks very delicious. Even though I kind of hate eggplant. It looks very tasty. Sesame seeds, ginger, garlic, oil, fish sauce. Seems Southeast Asian. I'm gonna go Burma on this one. Correct! This dish is by far the favorite of the creator in the game. In English, it's called pickled tea leaf salad. In English, it's from Myanmar. Holy cow, dude, I'm starting to figure it out. Cassava is also emblematic of African cuisine, I think. So I would just hazard a guess that it's Nigeria. Correct. This is fufu and egusi soup, popular in West Africa. It's mashed into cassava or beans are mashed into a paste and then cooked to make fufu. That fufu shit, I am with it. I will not send shots at your fitted. Gratata. This is crazy. Like, you ever just get the idea? It's just bread. Like, just chill out. Like, there's no doubt in my mind I'm going Ukraine on this one because Eastern Europe do be putting like flours and stuff on breads. But like, it seems like so much work, man. If I were the Joker, this would just be normal bread to me. That's so true. Like, I'm just going to be slicing it and eating it. Like, that's a lot of ornamentation. Oh, it's for a wedding? Okay, well, never mind then. It's from Ukraine, I'm assuming. It's called korovai. It's traditionally the first food eaten at a wedding. Okay, well then for special occasions. It's not like you would just be cutting off a couple slices of this and making a ham sandwich. I had no idea that the LA Times called mazgoof the dish that brought down a dictator for its role in possibly giving away the whereabouts of Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein. I didn't know that one. I should have watched more Kid Nation. I like getting the food lore. Because normally when I'm eating something, I go to Wikipedia anyway to read about it. So this is like it's skipping the eating, which is the most fun. But anyway, this looks disgusting. I'm gonna pass judgment right now. Sago palm, water, fish, chili, lime, shrimp paste, sugar, and salt. It's wrapped around chopsticks and swallowed whole. I don't know if I could do it, quite frankly. I would give it a try maybe, but I wouldn't be excited to do so, that's for sure. I'm not that weird about food compared to like an average person, but I think I might be slightly weird about this. You know what? Maybe it tastes delicious, and you put the spicy sauce in it, and you're good to go. I don't know. 2 million sub gold. Yeah. At 2 million subs, I will eat ambuyat on stream. I just need to find a a Brunetian restaurant. Pork belly, potatoes, parsley, cream, butter, flour, lemon, and nutmeg. Someone call Apollo. This looks fantastic. Those potatoes look kind of Scandinavian to me. Here's the thing, though. We already had Sweden, which makes me think that this must be Estonia or Poland. The use of cream strikes me as Baltic. Estonia. That's Denmark. Oh, I didn't even see Denmark. I didn't even see it. This is halo halo. I know it from Cooks Are Delicious. It's from the Philippines. Thank you, David. Thank you. I've never eaten it though, but I have had binsu, like the Korean shaved ice. I like it decently enough. I mean, this looks like French cooking to me. This looks like something you would get at a patisserie, but also sprinkles make me think of Australia and the Netherlands, but those aren't here, so I'm going to say France. Wrong. These are brigadeiros from Brazil. This is a Timbit. Every country has this. I should have said Canada. These are just Timbeebs. I don't understand. Lamb makes me think of Indian cooking, South Asian cooking, also United Kingdom. But this doesn't look like a dish from the United Kingdom. I'm also thinking plums are the giveaway here. Plums are one of those weird fruits where I have no idea where it grows, but I'm pretty sure it's not around me. So I'm going to say that this is Azerbaijan. Correct. Buglama stew is from Azerbaijan. It looks good. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it. Ontario actually grows a lot of plums. I had no idea, to be honest with you. So does BC. Turns out I don't know anything about plums. This is what's throwing me. This is a weird bread basket, man. There's like some sourdough in there. There's like a naan. There's a baguette. There's a ciabatta roll. We're drinking out of like a novelty Donkey Kong mug. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what these cups are. I don't know what this is. I have no clue, okay? It looks like a curry to me. Luckily, curries exist in every cuisine across the whole globe. It doesn't look like a Thai curry to me. So let's rule out Thailand. I have no idea which of these ingredients are unique to any specific region. Let's let it ride and say that this is from Jordan. Wrong. This is sviti, a tomato and pepper sauce from Algeria, which is grilled mashed with a mortar and pestle and served with a semolina flatbread. You fool. You fool. Beef, corn flour, garlic, coriander, baking powder? Oh, in the bread or whatever you would call this, the Doritos, and soup broth. That's beef? What part of the beef is this, man? That's beef? I'm going to say this is from China. I was thinking Indonesia at first. I'm going off of noodles, which is not fair. They exist in a lot of countries. I think Indonesia probably doesn't consume that much cattle because the country is so island-built. China has a lot of terrestrial real estate, probably more meat farming there. I'm going to go China. Incorrect. These are bakso, meatballs from Indonesia. Bakso is pogged. At least now I know that these are meatballs, which means this is not just a boiled circle of beef. They have made like it's been made into a mixture and then turned into a ball. It's not like they just cut off like a piece of top sirloin and then dropped it in there. It is really gray. But you know what? I mean, just anything that looks like this little fritter right here, I would eat. There's no doubt. I love eating foods that look like this. The balls, I don't know, but I do like a fish ball reasonably well. This looks European. Chicken, onion, carrot, celery, butter, bay leaf, parsley, thyme, broth, potatoes, eggs, cream. So this is soup. It's just, I don't know why you're being so fussy with it. This is just soup. I'm going to say this soup is from Belgium. Correct. A cream sauce with poached chicken is... No, it's not a cream sauce with poached chicken. It's soup. Belgium, why are you putting on airs? It's called waterzui de poulet, also known as, translates as chicken soup. Waterzui is not soup. Look at the picture. You show me a picture of this, you tell me it's not soup. It's not soup, it translates to water sauce. What is a soup if not a water sauce? Sounds like soup. What is this? I'm sorry, this is old dog food. This is, you went on vacation, you would said, hey, you remember to empty the dog's bowl, right? Ooh, and you're gone for like a month. Millet, curdled milk, sugar, concentrated milk, and raisins? I could not tell you. I'm going to say this is from Oman. Wrong. This is also from Senegal. It's called lak. Yeah, don't lock at me when you serve it to me, because I'm going to be throwing up. I'm sorry, okay? It's probably delicious, but like, to my Canadian brain, it just looks like something that my wife would be like, oh, by the way, the cat made a mess on the ground. I'm sorry. Maybe that's insensitive. I'm not saying you need to change how it looks. Maybe I need to change how I look at it. Pork or beef? Pig or cow feet? This looks like a dish from America. If you serve this in styrofoam, you could see someone from Texas being like, we just got the best burnt ends of all time. Cassava again. Cinnamon, cloves, garlic, sugar, spices, and everything nices. I mean, this has got to, again, this feels like it's from Africa because of the cassava. But I think cassava might grow in South and Central America as well. So I'm kind of tempted to go like Guyana. But you know what? Let's go Kenya. Let's trust our heart. Wrong! It's Guyana's national dish, pepper pot. Isn't that from Marvel Bat Chest? Pork or beef feet give the stew a gooey texture. I've consumed pork feet before. I did not enjoy it. I used to eat dinner sometimes in Korea at an odeng stand. So they serve like the sticks with the fish cake on it. One day I sat down and an older Korean gentleman who was eating chokbal, which is is Korean for pork feet. He said, basically, he gestured, here, take the rest of my food. I ate like a little bit of it, and I was like, this is maybe the worst meat I've consumed in my entire life. And he was just looking at me like, and I was like, wow, mashisoyo. And he's like, ah, and then he walked away, and then I looked at the odeng lady, and I was like, I do not like this. I don't like this at all. Some Korean street foods I can't get down with. I've never been a sundae guy either. Jarvis, can you call Pepper Potts and tell her to have a pepper pot ready for me on my desk when I get back from space? So I'm just trying. We're just gonna trying. There's a rose. There's a rose in this dish. This is flour rice. So I'm gonna say that this is from Bhutan. Wrong. That's from Bahrain. Tell me what is so special dish. I mean, it looks fine. I'm just not sure why the flour's in there. You are my rose. You are my rose. I know this. I know what this is. This is a. I know this. It's the national dish of Afghanistan. I know this. It's palau. That's it. It's from the last time you played this. Did I really play this a year ago and forget? Yes? That's kind of funny. I'm old. Goat water is a spicy stew from the island of Montserrat. What the heck is Montserrat, man? Goat water. Hi, can I get a family-sized goat water, please? This shit is just food. I'm not trying to be like a... This is not a dish. This is just 3 foods. Beef shoulder, salt, pepper, water, cornmeal, butter, and morogo. Whatever the heck morogo is, I'm going to say that this is Australia. Wrong. That's Botswana. This is just... Every country has this. I refuse to accept my wrong answer. This is one of the meals of all time. I know this. This is from Japan, right? Is that dango? Wrong. This is tangwan, a popular dessert. That's dango, man. It's just not on a stick. A popular dessert in China, often eaten during a spring festival. I didn't say its name, but I bet I know who popped into your head. Conch, tomatoes, peppers, and onions. This is pico de concho. Conch means it must be Caribbean. This dish is called conch salad. It's called conch water. Chicken, peeled wheat, water, salt, and butter. Say this is from Armenia. Oh! It's called chicken water. Peeled wheat chicken water. This is from Eastern Europe. Ham, flour, eggs, salt, pepper, marjoram, garlic, paprika, yogurt. I would go straight up with Poland on this one. It's called kolduni. It's the name of a dumpling made with ham and spices, often served in a soup. Loosely translated, it means hot ham spice water. Sorrel leaves, amaranth leaves, kinebdocleone. Why is kinebdo capitalized? Did they put a person in here? It's a proper noun. Leaves, peanuts, rice, millet, or sorghum. Sorghum is commonly consumed as a staple in Africa. So I'm going to say this is from Burkina Faso. Correct! Babenda is a rice and stewed leaf dish from Burkina Faso. Kinebdo is a local plant, unlikely to be found outside of the region. Well, I can tell you I've never seen it. Leaf water. Can I just say something? I feel like the rice needs to simmer a little bit more. I'm not trying to blow up a country's cuisine, okay? I think you didn't let the stock go all the way into the arborio. It looks a little too sloppy. I don't even know what the food is, but if you could unslop it just a little bit, getting a lot of -2s for that. Okay, let's just say that was a joke then. I don't know. Lentils. Lentils make me think that this is North African, which makes me think, because none of these countries are in North Africa, it makes me think that it's Jordan or Saudi Arabia. I'm going to say that this is from Jordan. Wrong. It's from Bangladesh. It was not even close. It's called spicy rice water. Hello, Bear, by the way. Bear, the Dome Keeper servers are all messed up. What's your high score? Oh my god. I will delete the casino because I've been erased. It's not a scam. The casino was still running. The validity of the casino has been compromised. By the way, I'm getting really annoyed with Windows. It sent me an alert. Extreme weather warning. Okay, you know why it has a weather warning today? Because it's an all-time high for October the 7th. It's 19 degrees Celsius. I don't need an alert. If it's an all-time high on July 22nd, I'd like to know, because I'm going to wear some sunscreen. Maybe I'll just stay inside all day, okay? But it's October. Get on. It's not that big of a deal. That's temperate. I'll wear long pants. It's Halloween season. Yeah. Only extreme weather alert I respect right now is, are there witches in your neighborhood? Show me the witches. I'm trying to get hexed. I did see, I saw a post. Of course, you don't even have to ask. It's from Shit Mom Groups Say on Reddit. It said it was a lady, she was giving an interview to, I can only assume, Insane Person Monthly or whatever. And in the interview, she said, do not under any circumstances let your children watch Hocus Pocus 2. You have no idea what they're doing in the movie. Those witches they could cast literally any spell into your home and curse your child. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being so afraid of existence that you're scared of... That was a hell of a shot, brother. That you're scared of a Disney movie? Like those witches. Is it so if you film a witch casting a spell, it's infinitely recastable? Infinite spell glitch. I saw movement. I have no cover. And I must scream. Five gamers left on a circle this small. He's a bush. I'm going in, brother. Worth. Oh! Oh my God. Did I queue into the World Championships or something? What was that? I've never had a lobby like this before. That was crazy. Holy cow, man. I'm glad I'm not a part of this. Look at this. You think I want to be involved? Wow. What a win. What a win. I've never seen a Zom's final circle have more than 2 people in it. So I don't think Kate is streaming today because she is ill. Let me check. You're not streaming today, right? You can't put a smiley face after that. This seems like toxic. You're not streaming today, right? We'll be back on Tuesday because Monday is Canadian Thanksgiving. Or as we call it, Sorry's Giving. Okay, fairly clever. A little offensive to me, but we will be taking Canadian Thanksgiving off. Listen, I'm on my hater arc. I can't believe Chibley succumbed to playing Cyberpunk 2077 because he watched Edge Runners. He asked, listen, I'm not saying that he has to follow my advice for everything. But he was asking in his chat, he was like, or on his stream at least, he was like, should I play Cyberpunk 2077? And literally everybody was like, no. The show is good apparently, but the game is like 40 plus hours long. You're not going to be able to sustain the enthusiasm from the show when you get into the parts of the game that are like, wake the frick up, samurai, and walk 2 kilometers across town. Anyway, I'm upset, man. I feel betrayed. Did you ever play it? No. I can't remember why. Maybe because it came out and everyone was like, this is the biggest betrayal in gaming history. It's a betrayal on levels never before seen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on Tuesday. See ya.